Hey, it's Christian Bates here with Longevity Power, and it's a beautiful sunny day. It's time for the perfect ice-cold immunity smoothie. We're going to start our smoothie with a base that I'm kind of introducing to the conscious organic food world. You see, there are a lot of bases to smoothies. You have like a fruit base, you have like a fruit, green leafy vegetable base, then you have your various nut and seed milk bases. And you have some kind of powdery oil bases. I'm going to show you a base that it's like mostly what I consume these days in terms of my smoothie routine, which I'll make a smoothie, sometimes two, every single day. We start our base with coconut milk. Now this coconut milk is canned. I thought I would never consume a canned food again, but there's exceptions to every rule. It's a BPA-free can, and coconut, I'm sure you've heard, is the safest thing to cook with. Coconut oil is one of the highest smoke point plant-based oils to cook with. And so coconut milk is just totally intact. You don't have to worry about enzymes or anything. It's like perfectly good. So they take mature coconut meat and then extract it. They press it so that the milkiness, the oils, some of the proteins are going through, but the fiber is removed. So this is zero fiber, so it is truly a milk. A milk, must be low to no fiber. So we're going to put about a cup in here. It's kind of strong in its coconut flavor, so we're going to mask that flavor and end up with not really a coconut flavor as much, but like a nuttier, other kind of nuts flavor. Coconut is a nut, yet it doesn't have some of the issues of nuts. If you really want to supercharge your immune system, you may need to take a break from nuts, except for perhaps coconut. Next is some more oil. This is going to be a rich, fatty base, but low sugar. So when you take out the sugar, you need to replace your calorie source with protein and fat. Now protein you can kind of overdo. If you do too much protein in an imbalanced ratio to other macronutrients, it kind of feels weird. So we want to actually have a really good grounded base of oils. So a lot of coconut oil in the coconut milk. Now there's two oils that I want to show you. One is my girlfriend Beth Ann Wanamaker's The Edible Goddess, her herbal infused coconut beauty oil, which is for edible internal uses and for topical body care uses. And it's really just amazing stuff. It's infused oil, so it's infused with chaga, very immunological, infused with horsetail, which is just so great for your skin and healing your tissues and promoting proper healthy, beautiful hair growth and nail growth. And we got lavender flowers, which really hits the spot. It's not overly lavender for like a smoothie, it's just like the right amount of floralness, and vanilla bean is infused. So that means that the oil and alcohol-soluble, most powerful active constituents, the immunological molecules that are in those herbs that I just mentioned, are being infused into the coconut oil. So coconut oil is acting as a solvent. There's another oil that I really love, and that's ghee. And today I'm just going to show you how to do it with ghee. If you're new to ghee, then give it a try. Now, ghee is not a vegan product. It is a vegetarian product. It's clarified butter made in a traditional Ayurvedic way. So if you're doing dairy-free like I am, because you're allergic to casein or lactose, I'm not allergic to lactose, but I've always been mucously affected from the casein content in virtually all dairy. But this is pure oil. So this is considered hypoallergenic or near hypoallergenic dairy. And so since I don't do any other dairy, this has become my main animal fat, which has helped me feel really good because I've been vegan in the past where I only did plant oils, and it worked for a while. But then after a while, I really started to crave the saturated fats and the long-chain omega-3 fats that are only found in animal fats or are just not found in enough quantities in plant fats. So ghee just feels really right for me, and it tastes really good too. So we're going to put 3 tablespoons in here. I pre-melted this ghee so that it will emulsify really well into our milk. And to help it emulsify even better, we're going to put just a little dollop of organic sunflower lecithin. It's some really good stuff. This is 100% sunflower oil that goes through a steam process that concentrates the lecithin. The lecithin is just like pure brain food. And because it's a liquid, unlike other lecithin powders, it's about 40%. It's 100% oil, it's 100% lipids, but it's about 40% like oil, like sunflower oil, and 60% actual lecithin, which is the phosphatidyl serines, phosphatidyl choline that are just so nutritious for us. And it acts as an emulsifier, which means it's going to help the oils and waters and carbohydrates blend up and not separate in our smoothie. Blending this up for at least a minute. If you start with warm coconut milk, you could blend it for 30 seconds, it'll be fine. Nice and emulsified. Next we're going to add some gynostemma tea. Gynostemma is one of the top Chinese tonic herbs. It is very inexpensive for its value. You can buy like organic gynostemma tea on the internet and just make a quick brew out of it. Because it's a light leaf, it doesn't take like hours of decoction or simmering for a long time to unleash its active constituents in the water. It just takes a few minutes. It's sort of like a lot of the green herbs out there, like horsetail and nettle, where just a quick light brew is plenty. So we'll put, I'd say, 1.5 cups. And then we'll add just a little bit more water. Maybe another cup. Maybe 2 cups of water, actually. We don't want to have this to be too thick. We want a real light smoothie. And if you're doing this for immunity, you want to balance that grounding, super nutrition with light hydration. So you always have that perfect balance throughout your day. Never eating too dense, but also not skimping on the calories if you want to eat normal amount of calories and you're not doing like a fasting type cleanse. We're going to add our herbs now. Actually, let's go straight to a very special ingredient. What are we going to sweeten this thing with? Well, I'm going to sweeten it partially with stevia. Alright, let's get that going. 1/4 teaspoon, maybe more if you like stevia. This is the Kal brand, K-A-L, of stevia. You can find it on Amazon. There are other, but if we just did stevia, it would be good. There's like enough kind of rounded outness that it would still work. But we want a little bit of carbohydrate or carbohydrate-like substances to really make it feel like a full sweetness so it doesn't taste like weird stevia flavor. And also so that it balances in our digestive system so it doesn't feel like a fat protein bomb. I'm going to use a little bit of non-GMO glycerin. Now you can also get organic glycerin. I love this stuff. It's a little bit weird at first, but it actually is really cool. Glycerin has a glycemic index somewhere between 0 and 3, which is extremely low. The flavor is good diluted in things, so I'm just going to put like at least a tablespoon. If you have it by itself, it's kind of warm and heating, but diluted, it ends up with a really rounded out flavor, especially when combined with another sweetener like stevia. Since we're doing this for immunity, fungus and yeast and bacteria, they all have way more receptor sites for sugars than our human cells. The theory is if you really crave sugar, it's probably not you that's craving the sugar. It's the onboard critters. So we want to starve them so that the host, your body, has the right balance of nutrients. And we're going to put some really immunological substances in, some immune system strengthening substances, starting with mushroom immunity. This is our longevity power product, 34 mushroom concentrates in one. 34. That's 24 species of medicinal mushrooms. Over half this formula is chaga and reishi, the top 2 most studied medicinal mushrooms. These mushrooms taste amazing, like coffee. They taste a little bit shroomy, but not that much. When you put it in something like this, you'll end up with a latte flavor. This definitely doesn't have like the miso shroomy flavor. It has the espresso flavor. I put like 2 teaspoons in there. You can use 1 teaspoon if you're just beginning with mushrooms. Ho Shu Wu. Man, Ho Shu Wu is so good for your immune system. So many antioxidants, including SOD, superoxide dismutase, pure dark substance, restoring your adrenals, making you feel amazing. Lends itself to that latte flavor. This has kind of like a roasted dark black peanut kind of a flavor. We're doing 1.5 teaspoons. Very bliss-inducing. We'll put a little bit of spirulina in here to give it that chlorophyll content. Just a teaspoon, maybe 2 if you really want more of the green smoothie style. I'm going to put some lysine in here, which is an antiviral amino acid. It's always great to curb your protein ratios. There's all these amino acids. Some are essential amino acids, some are non-essential amino acids. Well, lysine is something that often when we eat a more plant-strong diet, we end up with less lysine because lysine is found higher in dairy products and animal foods. So if you're eating like a lot more strategic plant powerhouse things, especially nuts and seeds, you're not getting probably enough lysine. You're getting more arginine. And in your body, your arginine and lysine ratios are important to look at. If you're consuming a lot of arginine, that's like turning on your viral button. That's why when you have like too many like walnuts, you can easily get a potassium burn in your mouth or an external burn, which isn't really a burn, it's a cold sore, and that's an arginine burn, which is really not even a burn. It's just viruses saying, yay, less lysine, more arginine, and some sugariness from the nut too, and they can just blow out their foothold that they already had in your body. So we want to make sure that all those onboard critters, we want to get their foothold. We don't want to be predisposed to such immunological issues. We want to be like Superman, Superwoman of immunity. And then we're going to add a little bit of L-citrulline, which is similar to arginine, but it's not arginine. It's a similar way of getting our arginine in our body, which gives us power, which makes our blood flow go great. It's great for pre and post workout. It's great as an aphrodisiac substance, boosts nitric oxide. We'll just put a teaspoon or so in there. Blend this thing right up. Actually, we need little pinches of sea salts. Oh yeah, I love more salt, but you don't have to use as much. Whatever you like. All right, just blended this up. Still slightly warm. Now we're going to cool it off. I love ice-cold smoothies on a hot day. Smoothies that are full of superfoods and tonic herbs. Give me mental acuity. To give you the immune system strengthening that we all deserve. All right. I am really excited about this. Cheers. I could just chug this thing. But because it's so rich in herbs and alkaloids, it triggers the ELIXIR effect, which means your body feels full at the right time. If you eat empty calories, starchy, refined wheat flour breads, then your body has no ELIXIR effect going on. There's nothing in it. There's nothing in the food to tell your body that it's full. But when you amend your food with all kinds of herbs and superfoods, then the nutrition's there, and your body recognizes truly when it's full, and you don't crave overeating. You just are like, boom, I'm so good, I'm so satisfied. So I end up sipping this throughout the day, and it works just great. If you were to make an immunity smoothie, what would you love to see in it? What would you love to have me make you? Put that in the comments section below. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks a lot.